This time we are dead focused on WrestleMania 42, man. Say what you want about the build up. The matches itself, the card itself is great. And I'm pretty sure that they're gonna deliver. But let's start off with this first, Alec. What is the like that one or two matches that you are most looking forward to seeing at WrestleMania?
I'm really looking forward to Roman Reigns and CM Punk. Has the build up been absolutely the best? Maybe not, but at the same time, has anyone's build up been good? I am honestly looking forward to being proven wrong about Rhea Ripley and Jade Cargill. I want to see what Rhea can bring out of Jade Cargill. Those are two matches I'm really looking forward to, and I'm interested in hearing what matches you're looking forward to.
Obafemi and Brock Lesnar.
I
Nah,
got you.
this not. Yeah, this is not like a Brock Lesnar Omos type of deal. If you remember that match at WrestleMania, this is a guy Obafemi who right now has it. He has it all, and he looking to be that next monstrous wrestler in WWE. Try to take the mantle from Brock Lesnar. I want to see what the decision gonna be. Are they gonna give Obafemi that win right away? And how that match is going to play out as far as like in ring chemistry, because we're talking about two wrestlers that got power moves for days. How they going to perform it on each other? And then also another match I'm looking forward to is Trick Williams and Sami Zayn, just to see what happens. Like how is that match going to finish? Um, Sami Zayn, say what you want, pretty good wrestler, knows how to work the ring, knows how to tell a story with his body. Trick Williams still has to build up to that, but I just want to see like how they're gonna map out that finish.
I like it.
Now, yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to see. I do want to see Roman and Punk too, but I'm not looking forward to that match as much as like those two, just because those are kind of like fresher ideas in a way. On Stacey on Sports, we always make predictions, no matter what the sport is, the organization. We always talk about the big games, who gonna win. We gotta do the same thing when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to WWE. Like a grand prediction or two coming from us when it comes to WrestleMania. It could be by any match, it could be by anything. So, what is your quote unquote guarantee for WrestleMania as far as results? What you know in your heart that's gonna happen?
My guarantee is that Randy Orton will win his 15th WWE Championship at WrestleMania. That is my guarantee. I would love to say another guarantee would be that Rhea beats Jade, but I don't know. I don't know. So
I
that's
think
why I
Jay got
can't.
that one.
That's why I can't make that a guarantee. I can't guarantee Roman beats CM Punk or CM Punk beats Roman. But I think I can make a guarantee. And for those Attitude Era fans, it used to be a long running joke about how when Vince McMahon guaranteed something that it was going to happen, JR would go, "There's that word again." So I think I can guarantee that Randy Orton will beat Cody Rhodes.
That was actually one of my guarantees. I think I think it's clear as day that Randy, that's the right decision at the end of the day. If you don't want to turn off fans even more that you did with the buildup of those two in the ring, and plus Pat McAfee now. So I got a bold one for you. Well, I don't know if it's bold. Well, I want your opinion about it, and I'm picking this as a guarantee. I think Stephanie back here going to return her title.
That's tough.
It is
That
tough.
is
It's
tough.
definitely tough.
If there's anything that throws a match more up into the air than anything, especially for Liv, is drama. Is Judgment Day drama. So I could see the guarantee being that Stephanie wins, because Judgment Day is going to have some shenanigans that cost Liv the match. If Stephanie wins, my guarantee is because it was Judgment Day shenanigans that screwed Liv Morgan out of the win.
Either way, my guarantee is that the Judgment Day ladies, Roxanne Raquel, is going to be involved in it, and whatever happens. But I think jealousy is going to take over for sure. It should take over Raquel, because that should have been, storyline wise, it should have been Raquel's match. Raquel should have been in there. Then you got Roxanne, coming back.
Just came back.
Roxanne, just getting back. She could pull a swerve. Like, no, me and Raquel, we held it down, while you was gone. We were tag champs. We got Judgment Day. We're not gonna let you come over here and take all this over. You already got problems with your boyfriend breaking up our group, getting Finn Balor out of there, and we gonna put no. I can see something like that happening.
I think I could see Liv and Roxanne turning on Raquel. I think that the Judgment Day is going to end up where Liv and Raquel are too large to be in the same space. And eventually, just like Diesel had enough of the Heartbreak Kids crap, they're taking it straight from that storyline. So eventually Raquel is going to have enough of Liv's crap.
It makes all the more sense. And I do want to shout out Judgment Day. At first, I was in here about them, but for what it's worth, they've done pretty good. They lasted very longer. Yeah,
multiple iterations, but long, and has not been an absolute. Think about how tough that is. Think about how quickly the Tongans got stiff, like in the fans' minds. Think about that. And where for 4 years, this faction, even through multiple iterations, they've kept it interesting. And that's what you have to do in the WWE. You have to keep it interesting.
Yeah, and some of those injuries are never good, but some of those injuries were like blessings in disguise too that happened. Like, one went down, somebody else stepped up. So
when Liv went down, I think that was a blessing in disguise. That was a blessing in disguise. It completely kind of put the Evolution pay-per-view into oh, what are we gonna do mode. But sometimes when you're in that situation is when gold comes out of the rocks, as they say. But I think it also helped with Judgment Day finding its own way without Liv there. And I always thought it was a hilarious touch to keep like the picture of Liv like in the clubhouse. So yeah, I think some of those injuries were blessings in disguise. I absolutely agree with you.
I got a question out of nowhere for you, like a Randy Orton RKO. Which match on this card you think is the most unpredictable? Like, you don't have no idea of how it's going to go down or who's going to win.
I honestly think just from the what it is, a 5-way ladder match is about as unpredictable as you can get. I couldn't tell you who's going to win that match.
Well, in my mind, it should be Penta.
But why not JD McDonough? No. I could always say, why not this person? It's the Intercontinental Championship.
Rusev.
Oh, no.
Give Rusev the
no, absolutely not.
Rusev deserves better.
No.
I'm gonna just say that.
No. Yeah, maybe, but
Rusev
not at this point.
Oh man, I know they're gonna put Javon Evans in a position to put on the show,
Yeah,
but I
and
don't think he's gonna win right
I,
away.
I don't think it's Javon's time right now for the Intercontinental Championship.
No, yeah, right. I can see him being like a tag champ like sooner than the Intercontinental champ right now.
Yeah,
I think one of the most unpredictable is what direction they're gonna choose with Finn Balor and Dom. Like, do you give Van Balor another shot, going after the belt because he had 2 title matches this year, or do you continue building up that heel with Dominic Mysterio? Let's go on to WrestleMania, the history itself. We're talking about the the PLE of all PLEs, the Mecca, the granddaddy of them all, however you want to spin it. There have been amazing moments, there have been amazing matches, there have been wrestlers who came in and made their name. Long history. Talking about 42 of these things. Now, out of all the WrestleMania matches in history, what has been your long-standing favorite? Like, what's your all-time favorite WrestleMania match?
I really can't pick between them. I think it should be no surprise that the commonality is Bret Hitman Hart, but the match at WrestleMania 8 at the Hoosier Dome in 1992 between Bret Hart and Roddy Piper is an all-timer, and it's one of my absolute favorites. And then WrestleMania 13, the Rosemont Horizon between Bret Hart and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don't take my word for it. Take the fact that it was the first, when they started doing these Immortal Match Awards at the Hall of Fame. That was the first one. I'm gonna throw out an honorable mention to WrestleMania 14 at the Boston Garden, Undertaker versus Kane. The whole build up to that was that Undertaker refused to lay a hand on his brother.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it got to the point where it's go time, and it was a fantastic.
Yeah, we talking about 2 guys who are well over 6 feet, damn near 7 feet tall, putting on a show like that. Undertaker 3 tombstones. It took 3 tombstones to put his brother down
to defeat Kane. Yep.
Yeah, really made Kane look like a monster. Admittedly so, I have not watched many WrestleManias from start to finish, but I have gone back and watched those matches. Like I didn't see Undertaker and Kane like at that time when it happened, but I did go back and watch that match. And for my favorite matches, some of them I did the same thing. I go back. I went back and watched them. I would say the last 2 matches between The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin, especially that second match, that build up was amazing. I think it was one of the best promo packages for a WrestleMania match of all time. I mean, the one where Stone Cold aligned with Vince McMahon. That
WrestleMania
one.
17. Yep.
And then that last one.
Yep,
where Stone
19.
Cold retired. Yeah. Stone Cold retired. Yep. The Rock became a heel. Those 2 matches. But I was talking more so the 17. The 17 was the one where it had that amazing promo package. I still remember that promo package too. And then also the Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, both those matches were great.
Yep. 25. WrestleMania 25. Amazing. The only reason why and you do ask about, WrestleMania, favorite WrestleMania matches. It's just hard for me to put it on my list because my favorite Undertaker Shawn Michaels match isn't a WrestleMania match. The first Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood 1997 is just from beginning to end. If you want to watch a wrestling match that should be in the Louvre and specifically a wrestling match inside of a steel enclosure, and you're like, how do you make this work? That's not a cage match. Just an absolute beauty. So that's the only thing that I think that kept WrestleMania 25 kind of off my absolute favorites radar.
No, I get that. I saw that match too. That you just the Bad Blood, damn good match as well. To show the ladies some love, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
Oh,
and I think,
okay, yeah, okay, that's on my list. That's my favorite women's match ever.
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah,
not even at WrestleMania, just ever.
Mm.
That's another Louvre. Put it in the Louvre.
Yeah, and I think that was Rhea Ripley's like her big welcome to like top tier, right?
Oh my God! If it wasn't before then she skipped a few rungs. Because I'm telling you right now, that's one of the best WrestleMania matches. No reason to think about sex at all, male, female, whatever. It's just one of the absolute best WrestleMania matches ever.
Yeah, and then honorable mention, I want and honorable mention, I do want to mention speaking of Rhea Ripley, the triple threat between her, Bianca, and Io Sky, where Io Sky won the belt. That was amazing.
And I think that did a lot on a card at last year's Vegas WrestleMania that the crowd did not make it easy to stick with these matches. And I think it went on first. So I think it really benefited from that too. But it was a really superb match as well.
Yeah, awesome. WrestleMania, man. Great. To say the least, great history, great PLE. To end off our 2-part episode, we got to bring back the Pipe Bomb WrestleMania edition. The Pipe Bomb could be about anything related to WrestleMania, past or present. So, put it out there, Alec. What you got for us? Pipe Bomb of the Week, WrestleMania edition.
For WrestleMania, I swear there's a pipe bomb above all other pipe bombs. And it's funny you mentioned the match. Austin was told by people that it was a bad idea. And he said, no, this will work. Joining with Vince McMahon ended the Attitude Era, and it was a disaster. everything that came after was an absolute disaster. And, it ended up with Austin becoming a comedy character. And you never, ever would have expected, if you were, following Steve Austin from June 1996 until March of 2001, you would never have expected him to turn into a comedy character. And that's what he was from there on out.
He was on the guitar, playing the guitar, singing to Kurt Angle.
Playing guitar, Kurt Angle's wearing a funny hat.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Steve's trying to crack up the Undertaker. He starts riding around an ATV. The what chant, don't even get me started. Everything about Steve Austin ended at WrestleMania 17. And I think that's my real pipe bomb. He retired 2 years later, but everything from that moment where he said, you've got your Bible, you've got your John 3:16, Austin 3:16 says, I just whipped your ass. Everything from then until he smashed beer cans with Vince McMahon was gone.
Because I was really a kid at that time. It was kind of weird. It was kind of weird.
He didn't have, he had Triple H. He didn't have Brian Pillman. I wonder what WWE would have been like, again, tying it back into events we've talked about, that had Brian Pillman not died on the morning of Bad Blood 1997, he almost certainly would have been throughout the entire Attitude Era. He had, years of history with Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's why they had the whole Pillman has a gun incident, because him and Austin were the Hollywood Blondes over in WCW, several times WCW tag team champions. If Pillman had been in Triple H's shoes after WrestleMania 17, maybe. But giving Triple H the Intercontinental title just was all kinds of weird. After he had been a multi-time WWE champion. 2-man power trip. It ended. Stone Cold Steve Austin ended at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, like you said, the Attitude Era ended like almost after that too. So yeah, I kind of get your points. My pipe bomb of the week, WrestleMania edition. I stand by the decision to end the streak with Brock Lesnar.
Oh, you're awful. Absolutely not.
I'm sorry, I do. I would say because of what happened after that. Like, he went on a run. Like Brock Lesnar went on a run. And it kind of makes sense at the time. We seen after that Undertaker was not the same. Like, he was really deteriorating right in front of our very eyes. And
he also got knocked out in the middle of the match. Well, let's not forget that.
Yeah, that too. The concussion didn't help, didn't do any favors. But I think how it played out, the shock of it. I mean, I was shocked. I was, like you were saying, with the Attitude Era, Stone Cold, my childhood died that day, as far as being in the wrestling world. And I
honestly thought I was having an out-of-body experience. Like, did you sit there and go, wait, did that hand come down for the third time? Or did I imagine that?
I mean, I was staring at my phone like I was just shocked. And looking at the video, I didn't say anything for like 2 minutes. But I mean, it had to come down at some point. He had to lose at some point so he can retire.
He didn't retire for another.
No, I'm saying like let me rephrase. So he can retire. So
5 years.
the WrestleManias he participated in out there weren't that good. Well, I did enjoy the AJ Styles match, but
well, that was at the end of, the weird ass squash match with John Cena. The Roman Reigns match that did not go off well. Somehow he got it all together with Bray Wyatt. But yeah, he was very. Yeah, I think it was better than the Roman Reigns match, and certainly better than a squash match with John Cena.
I would say it was definitely better than those two matches, yeah.
But it was very spotty between 2015 or 2014, 2015 and the last match with AJ Styles.
Yeah, but yeah, that's my pipe bomb. And I'm not sorry about it either.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Hate it. Absolutely hated it. I still hate it.
All right, let me ask you this then. If it should have had been Brock Lesnar, then how should have it?
That depends on a lot of variables that I can't square how it ended up happening. The way it was always everyone wanted to happen was Roman Reigns, but by the time they got around to Brock, they had booked Roman so terribly that it would have made even less sense, and I think would have went over even more poorly if they had Roman Reigns of that time defeat the Undertaker at WrestleMania. But
I would say if Undertaker had defeated Brock Lesnar at 30, I would have been satisfied if Bray Wyatt defeated Undertaker at WrestleMania 31.
That would have, looking back, everything 2020, I agree. I think it would have meant a lot more. especially after he passed.
Yeah, but that's how we're gonna end it. This was the Pipe Bomb main event, WrestleMania edition on Stacey on Sports. I am your host, Stacey Carter II, joined by Alec Ryder. Follow us everywhere on social media at Stacey on Sports. WrestleMania 42 is going to be hopefully a great event, great card, great talent on the cards, and we're going to stay tuned and